light and this sound and any energy moves in waves. Right? Light is also energy. And light wave also moves into a frequency. We just said that all energy has a measurable frequency. So light waves also have a frequency. Don't you think light is in abundance? There is no control over light of us. It's available, be it America, China, Africa, anybody to anybody on the planet. Light is freely available. It's available in abundance. From time immemorial to time immemorial to come, it will be freely available. Whatever the science may say, that oh, the sun is burning and this is happening, but the Surya Dev will give the light in abundance. And what is light? Is that energy? Light is also energy. So that energy is available to everybody in abundance. Light consists of 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet color. And this sequence of colors never change. Whenever you will see your grandfather saw a rainbow and your son saw a rainbow, it was the same. All 7 colors the same. Always red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet color. Always the same. You take a crystal, put it into your window, it will make a lot of rainbows. And sequence will be always same. In the physics lab, we used to read that when the light passes through the spectrometer, it shows those 7 colors. So light has a frequency. So what are these colors? That's the same light or same energy at different frequencies. It's the same energy at different frequencies. Now the science steps in. Nothing in this creation the Creator has created which does not have a meaning. These 7 colors also have some meaning or represent some aspects of life or this creation. The ultimate aim is that those are very, very fine aspects and are represented. So violet represents, which has the highest frequency, connection with this spirituality, bliss, peace, contentment, happiness, wisdom, knowledge. All that is represented by the violet. I want to give you an example. I said your life is like a book in which every minute a page is printed and is added to that. You know, what is still to come, you can't say, oh, I can flip over that page and I can still see that, unless you reach to that stage where you understand that the past, present and future always exist at the same time. But that happens only when you have reached to this stage where all the chakras have gone to that stage whereby you can see the totality of it. When you reach to see that totality, then you can say, okay, the book, I can see what is going to be written, what is being written and what was written. So your printer of your life is printing a page every minute and adding it to that book. And I want to give you an example. See this? These are the cartridges of my printer lying there in United States and Maryland. HP. Suppose there are 7 of those. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet color. Full of ink. When they are put into the printer of your life, and the printer is printing every minute a page of your life. And what are these colors? Those aspects we just saw, from red to the violet. It is printing that page. If the colors are flowing freely into that, the page is going to have sharp and bright images onto that. Whichever color is not flowing freely, that is going to show up as faded or even missing. So those aspects are going to be faded or missing. I'm going to give you a sheet which is going to explain a few things. That's on chakras, but there is some information you will be able to see on that. And that's this page which you will be able to flip over and see, and we will talk about that. So when the printer is printing, a page every minute, these colors are being used every minute. The printer can't print if the colors are not flowing freely into that. And the demand for all those aspects in life, in everybody's life, is always there. Who doesn't want a car? And who doesn't want money? And who doesn't want to have a girlfriend and have sexual enjoyment? And who doesn't want to communicate nice? The demand for all those aspects which we talk are always there. Correct? So when the demand is there, the printer can print those images only when the colors are flowing freely. So this means the printer is using up these colors constantly. When the printer is using up these colors constantly, when the printer is using up those colors constantly, they are getting depleted. Correct? Yes. When they are getting depleted, someone has to keep replenishing those colors. I mean, every minute it is using up those colors, so someone needs to keep replenishing those colors. Who replenishes those colors? The device or mechanism which replenishes those colors constantly is called a chakra. Am I clear by far? If there is something I am not clear about, I will be happy to retouch that point. Sir, am I clear about so far so good? Wonderful. Yes, sir.
Sir, it's a very controversial subject we are going to make a statement. It has been not conclusively proved that the chakras exist in the body, sir. This is a school of thought in India.
Okay, sir, let me complete and I'll answer your question. I will answer your questions. We are going to give you certain evidences. Interesting question. You know, we definitely need to ask that question and answer that question. But what is a chakra? Chakra is a Sanskrit word which means wheel of energy, which is spinning. In 1960s, I'm coming to your question. In Russia, scientists developed some photographic equipments called Kirlian photography. Most of you people know that. Which could take a picture of anything and see the energy around. So we could read in the news at that time, internet was not there, and we could read in the newspapers and magazines the pictures of we see the pictures of ghosts and spirits and all that. But in the last 50, 60 years, the technology has really advanced. And during this time, a lot of research has taken place. They developed polygraph. You know what is polygraph? Which is used for lie detector. Which, when you connect it to a sound, it graphs it onto the paper. And the people who know how to study that, they can study the pattern about that and can see whether the person is lying or whether it's. During this time, they also developed the ECG equipment which can graph the vibrations. And remember, sound is nothing but vibration. During these 50, 60 years, a lot of medical research has also taken place. So now we have, in many global medical institutions, they have complementary medicine departments, which does a lot of research on these things. Like the John Hopkins, very often, every now and then invites, I don't know if everybody, John Hopkins is a very prestigious research institution and a medical institution in the United States. So very often they advertise and then they invite people to participate into the trials of the effect of meditation, effect of Tai Chi, Qigong and other things in different indications. Similarly, NIH, which is the apex body under which there are 31 research institutions, which is the US government apex body and controls 31 research institutions. And there is a lot of integrated research efforts have been going on. So when they have been researching on this, they find there are 5 brain waves: alpha, beta, theta, gamma and delta, which have different frequencies. As we just talked that the energy is measurable frequency. They also find that there are many energy centers in our body which have different frequencies. And then there are many receptors, H1, H2 and different receptors in our body. And they also find that in certain states of those frequencies, different types of neurotransmitters are released when they carry those information to different parts of the body, and that's how the body or different parts of the body execute those commands. And sometimes those neurotransmitters also take the information to the brain, and suppose you were in a particular state of brain wave, say you were in a very, for example, say you were in theta state, a very meditative state, and suddenly you see a snake there. The information comes, travels to the brain immediately changes to a different brain wave and releases such neurotransmitters instantly, which says either you run away or kill this snake. Now all that meditative state is gone because the brain wave has changed. So what they did is they also started looking, they found that 7 energy centers, they have very different distinguished frequencies. So they find, to an estimate, there are 88,000 different energy centers in the body. But the 7 are very clearly distinguished based on their frequencies. So what they did is, during this time, as I was saying, a lot of technological advance which has taken place. Ultrasound machines, CAT scan machines, all these things more and more are coming out. The spectrograph and tonograph also are made. Just like the polygraph, but advanced this. What does spectrograph and tonograph do? When you connect it to a sound is played, they make a geometrical shape on the paper and give that geometrical shape, that sound, the color effect of the sound. Because the color is frequency, as we have talked, and the sound is also energy. So, you have those sheets there, I'm going to tell you that those cartridges, where are those cartridges? Which we just talked about the cartridges? The ink cartridges, these ones, and I said these are the chakras, different color. They are right there in your spine. So what they did is they connected, and they started looking into this. They said the yoga, old scriptures say there are some energy centers called chakras. Is there any correspondence between the chakras and these energy centers which we are seeing? And then like teams like Jonathan Goldman and other teams which are also composers, they also found that the yogic scriptures say there are seed sounds into the chakras. Then who are you? You are that invisible driver who drives this car on its journey of evolution, full of gadgets, but it remains invisible. And this body thinks, I am the driver. That's the illusion. But then who are you? You are the self. You are the yourself. And the day you know, that is self-knowledge, and the day you realize who you are, that self, that will be self-realization. So you know the word, the self-realization. The chakras. Now the most important thing which I want to tell you is the dysfunctional chakras can be repaired by only 2 things. One is any vibrational therapy. You chant, you use singing bowls, you can use tuning forks, but it takes a lot of long time, and they can help in repairing, healing the chakra, but they don't help in clearing the limiting beliefs. But the fastest route to heal and make the chakras functional again is Rudraksha. But there are secrets involved in that. The Rudraksha is a very powerful bead coming from very rare trees in Indonesia and Nepal. Very, very ancient. They can work as jump start. The chakra is not spinning. You put your finger, you make it spin again. They keep giving electromagnetic vibrations and the chakra starts spinning. They reduce the stress, the demand is there, but it's not just one time. If you put a finger into a stopped fan, you just rotate it once. You need to keep doing it. And they keep giving electromagnetic vibrations which resonate with those frequencies. They heal that and ultimately bring it to the chakra to its right frequency, and the chakra is now able to filter that particular color. There are 21 different types of, there are more, but there are mainly 21 different types of beads. Each chakra works with a particular planet and a particular. But most important thing is not just knowing, wearing Rudraksha, knowing. You know, chakras are spinning clockwise, anti-clockwise, upward or downward. Knowing which bead to wear. If you put something there, and the motor is lying there, it's not going to help. Or you put it on the other side, the fan is moving to the other side, the air is going to the other side. It's not giving any effect. So, there is a science, and these were the secrets revealed to Neeta ji. She had that divine grace through which she was revealed these secrets, and fabulous results. We have seen amazing results, and that's a blessing for us that you know where exactly those beads you should be wearing and what combinations. You need to know that if whether it should touch, two beads should touch or not, or whichever, left side, right side, all that. Once you know that, they start giving those vibrations, and once the chakra starts spinning, the stress reduces, and it makes all those negative aspects of life again positive in your life. It reduces those negative effects of the planet under which you were born. It takes you, some of the beads can take you beyond birth chart limitations. So that's very important, that now you are not bound by those limitations. You are beyond those birth charts. Instantly, they touched that. And he gets a call. He says, I was waiting for this call for 2 years. But to tell you an honest thing, it can be between 40 seconds to 40 days. You will see very positive results. If all of you have received that, I'll take your permission to read one by one those, and then you also read, and you can either tick it or ignore it. We are starting with the root chakra. I feel like I don't belong in this world. I feel isolated and emotionally unstable. If you think it is true with you, you can take it. If it is not, you can ignore it. I am ready to move to the second. I suffer from instability in life. I have to struggle for everything. I move on to the third. I daydream a lot, feel lazy, and tend to postpone issues. And the next is, I am afraid to spend money that I will run out. And the next is, I have pain in tailbone, legs, knees, bones. I am coming to the Swadhisthana chakra. Can I move on to the next chakra?
Yes.
I feel worthless many times. I blame myself and feel guilty often. Next is, I have a lot of anger, resentment within me. And the next is, I am afraid to cry. I repress my tears. I don't want to appear weak. I feel insecure and afraid. Probably there is black magic. I find it hard to experience pleasure by myself and often with others. And the last is, I have back pain, muscle pains, kidney, bladder, and sexual problems. I'm going to move on to the solar plexus. I feel powerless a lot of the time to change my life. Next, I have a pattern of giving my power to others. I'm putting myself second. And the next, I'm afraid of power. I have experienced a lot of people misusing their power and don't want to do this. And the next, I feel anger, irritation often. I feel victimized. And the last, I have acidity, indigestion, stomach problems. And we are coming to the heart chakra, the middle chakra. This chakra is very important chakra. It connects the lower three chakras to the higher three chakras. Below these three chakra, heart chakra, we are human being. Above these three above the heart chakra, we are divine. So the actual connection with this spirituality starts once we cross the heart chakra. And the heart chakra starts, I don't feel worthy of love. I have a hard time expressing forgiveness. I am very possessive and demanding in relationships. I often have grief, loneliness, depression. I often have allergies, chest pain, lung congestion or cold sweats, fever, heart or asthma, blood related issues. I am moving to the next chakra, which is the throat chakra. I keep my thoughts and feelings inside as I am scared that the truth will make the other person upset. I feel like other people don't hear me and I have a hard time expressing my ideas clearly. Yeah, you know, when I'm saying, the purpose is that in case you read it yourself, you take it yourself, but just in case, I can then keep a pace with everybody, you know. I feel shy and timid often and feel low confidence. I have sleep problems, thyroid, neck, shoulder pains, and often suffer from ear problems, stuffy, runny nose or sore throat, cold and cough. Moving on to the third eye chakra, the first is I have a hard time seeing my life any different than it currently is. I feel like things will never change. I am obsessed with perfection and take life with ego and seriousness. I find it hard to accept situations and people the way they are. I have high temper. I frequently experience headaches, sinus problems, eye problems. And the last one is I feel lost and feel nothing ever works for me. I think obsessively and I'm always confused. I do not feel aligned to people. I feel like the heavens are closed for me. I have a hard time feeling like I receive inspiration. I feel like I am on my own, that my prayers and meditations are not heard or received with a higher power. And the last is I suffer from this skin diseases or migraines. Actually, for this chakra, Rajiv today is going to give you such information that you will be amazed. Coming from the pure source of enlightenment. And I just wanted to say that, you know, in Maryland, what we do is, at our place, we also have a Aura Video Station 7, which is a biosensor camera and a biosensor. All that which you are reading, we are able to tell the person, you have pain right now in your left leg or right leg, or your feet is hurting, or you don't have a job. We are also able to tell the person that you are a cop, or you are in business, or you are a student, or you are a social counselor, by seeing the aura and by seeing their chakras. And they don't know, we are not asking those questions, and they are amazed. So either we can do the analysis from there, or you can do the analysis yourself, and you know what is the blockage, and the next question is going to be how to fix it. I am going to take your leave now. I have taken too much time. Please do write your name on that, and I think you might have been given a token. If it has not been given to you, they are going to write a slip token number, and they are going to take this paper. We are going to analyze your chakras, write it on that this is the blockage and the chakra, and after that, when you want to have the consultation, we are ready, because there are quite a few people here, and it will become very difficult that for 3 or 4 people to interact with everybody and give that much of time, and then we don't have that much of time, and there is a lot of other information you can get. So please write your name, and we'll try to analyze and make our best recommendations for you. And I assure you, if you follow the recommendations, day after day we see the people coming back and saying thank you. So even if you don't come and say thank you, you will be thanking yourself that you came today and you did that for me. I'm done.